The Last Pulse. Survivor Chronicles. She never thought she would see the day when the world would crumble before her eyes. It all began with Patient Zero, a young woman named Emma, infected by an unknown virus. The hospital was their first battleground, and as the world outside descended into chaos, as a nurse named Sarah found herself fighting not just to save lives, but to survive. Chapter 1. Patient Zero.
If anyone is listening to this, I pray I am not too late, and can only hope that my story leads to a cure. My name is Sarah, and I was just an ordinary nurse working at St. Mary's Hospital in a quiet corner of the city. My days were filled with the routine of caring for patients, administering medications, and offering comfort to those in pain. It was a life I had grown accustomed to, one that rarely held any surprises. But that all changed on a fateful night, a night I can never forget. It began like any other shift, with the usual hustle and bustle of the emergency room. But it was the arrival of a young woman named Emma that would shatter the tranquility of my life forever. Emma was a striking figure, with dreamlike hazel eyes and a cascade of brunette hair. She was brought in by paramedics, her condition a baffling mystery. Her skin was pallid, her gaze vacant, and her temperature off the charts. As I approached her gurney, I couldn't help but feel a creeping unease. Despite our best efforts, Emma's condition only worsened with each passing moment. Her vital signs fluctuated wildly, and she writhed in agony, her moans echoing through the sterile walls of the ER. The medical team scrambled to diagnose her ailment, but it was like chasing a shadow in the dark. As hours turned into a surreal nightmare, Emma's transformation became undeniable. Her once beautiful features contorted with pain, and her skin took on a sickly, ashen hue. Her eyes, once vacant, now burned with an unnatural intensity. It was as if some malevolent force had taken hold of her. The moment of terror came when Emma lunged at a fellow nurse, her teeth bared, her strength unnerving. Chaos erupted in the ER as we struggled to contain her, but not before she sank her teeth into the nurse's arm, drawing blood. Panic coursed through the hospital like wildfire. Other patients began exhibiting the same disturbing symptoms: feverish delirium, irrational aggression, and a horrifying hunger for human flesh. It was a nightmare we couldn't wake from. The hospital descended into madness as the infection spread. Authorities swarmed the scene, sealing the building and trapping us inside with the growing horde of the afflicted. The once sanctuary of healing had transformed into a battleground for survival. As I gazed back at Emma, who was now fully consumed by whatever malevolence had gripped her, I knew I had to escape. Gathering what supplies I could find, I abandoned my familiar world of medicine and healing, stepping out into the unknown horrors that awaited beyond the hospital's walls. Little did I know that my journey into the heart of this nightmare had only just begun, and the answers to the unfolding apocalypse lay shrouded in mysteries darker than any I could have imagined.